So now we're down the bottom yard. See the tent where me and Jasper slept last night, and there's just a few more trees that I'm planting today. Got a mango and pomelo, lychee, chubba chubba. Can't remember what he is. Another kaffir lime. Island down there. So around in this area we've got our old mango tree. He was really big and there was a vine growing over him, so I chopped down the vine and trimmed the tree. He's now bouncing back and starting to look good again. And similar thing with this tree here. That's a pomelo. It was really large, overgrown, couldn't harvest any of the fruit, so I gave him a trim too. This whole area was bush, rainforest. All up here was native raspberry, so we've cleared all that away, and the only bit of rainforest that I've left is sort of this area here, and I do intend to sort of thin it out a little bit. There's some old fruit trees that were once put in there, obviously. That's why we've got the pomelo and the mango, and a lot of these trees around here are starfruit, so I'll be keeping them, but all the rainforest trees that have come through, they'll be getting trimmed. So for example, rainforest tree, that's gonna go. This guy here, he's a starfruit, he'll just get trimmed and he'll stay. I've got these tree ferns everywhere, which are really cool. I love them, they're gonna stay. More starfruit, he'll stay, but they'll be trimmed back a little bit. See, got the fruit coming through, and you can see I've already done one of them here. I'm going to come back through with the chipper and chop all this up to give it some mulch on the ground and sort of maintain the balance of things. But yeah, for now he's just been trimmed and he's just starting to bounce back now, see? So let's continue back down through this way. I'll pause it for a second. Okay, so we're back beside the old mango, and there's some, what are these, vanilla bean trees. There's one there, another one growing down in there. They used to actually be a little bit of a plantation of vanilla beans in front, but I had to move them to be able to do what I need to do with my house pad. It's going to be pretty cool. So this is going to be a left-hand driveway that'll go up a ring road around the back of my house and then back down this way, back into the entry driveway up through there. I've also started to plant this area out. Just with a few baby trees. What have I got going? Little sick guy here. I know I've got a macadamia here somewhere. There. Little baby macadamia. And another little fruit tree there. Another little guy in here. This one here is a miracle fruit. And that one there I think is a Papua New Guinea cherry. If you go down to this little area, it leads you to my creek. This creek is spring fed. It's got pure clean water and it runs all year, so I'm quite lucky. I sort of built a little crossing and dug it out a little bit. Some little fish swimming around and some little freshwater prawns. I've begun to put a heap of bananas up the side of this creek here, this little river, and hopefully that will provide some shade and retain the banks. Another little rock pool down there for the kids to play in, and up through this way is continuing where my motorbike track is, and up through here is a really old food forest. So that's got a few lovely trees in it, and I'll show you a little bit later on. But for now I'll pause it again and see where we end up. So walking down through my yard, this is an area I was burning, so it's an old fire heap, and I was walking around here eating a watermelon once, spitting out the seeds, and lo and behold, check it out, got watermelons coming through. Another one through there. There might be some more somewhere else, but we've already harvested about 5 of these, and they seem to be getting a little bit late in the season now, because the first few that we harvested excuse me, were huge. They were really big, so it's cool to see some bigger ones coming through. Down in the bottom corner, lovely little spot. I've got myself a longan. I think that's a longan. It might be a rambutan, either or. That's sort of looking back up. Some really lovely big tree ferns following the creek, and I've gone through and tied some orchids to a lot of those tree ferns. Let's see if I can show you there. See the orchids on the trees? So, oh look, that one's in flower. Let's go have a look at that. Absolutely beautiful. These are my favourite orchids, these ones. Phalaenopsis orchid, and had them for a couple of years. They haven't liked their location, but now, look at that. That is beautiful. Spectacular. That's what I wanted to see. Pretty happy boy right now. So, yeah, they're all doing pretty good. Anyway, next spot. Back in my yard again. This is actually a drain which marks my boundary line. So this is the neighbouring block. It's a cemetery. Nice quiet area. And this here is a line of ancient jackfruit trees which are abundant in crops. Every year they produce heaps. So that's a little bit of a inheritance that it's almost like my own private line of jackfruit trees. Put in some more trees along this boundary edge here. That there's a breadnut. That there is a persimmon. Can't remember what he is. Or that guy. Another little fruit tree. That there is a blackberry cultivar which has got thornless runners, so that'll be interesting. Another breadnut. I think that one's a wood apple. Another chubba chubba hiding down in there. That there may be a peanut butter bush, but I'm not sure. It's just been transplanted, so it didn't like it much, but it's starting to resprout again. And down in here there's an olive tree, so don't know how that's going to go either, but I'm planning on revegetating this edge because there's quite a deep drain down in here, so that basically delineates my property from the next one. Next we're going to walk up through here and I'll show you what I've got going on in there. Okay, so this means we're pretty much back where we started. There's cacao and a couple of his cousins there. Cousins as in they call that the white chocolate tree. So we'll see how that one goes. But yeah, that's your normal cacao. Bit of homemade chocolate coming up. That'll be a good day, looking forward to that. Okay, so here starts a bit of a line of citrus that I've got going down here. What sort of citrus? I don't know. I've planted mandarins, lemons, limes, oranges, kaffir lime, so we'll just have to see what comes through. There's another one there, another one there, one more, one poking his head through the sensitive weed. This is quite a cool plant in some places, but yeah, it's become overgrown here. It's a pest. It's cool because of this. They call it sensitive weed, but yeah, it just becomes overgrown and invasive. Next one, another citrus, and another guy, and I'm sure there's another one here somewhere. Maybe I've stood on him. No, here. This guy here, rambutan or longan, can't remember, I always get them two mixed up. Up here, wampy, and another wampy. Durian. My wife comes from Thailand. Durian is her favourite fruit. If any of you know anything about durian, they call it the king of fruit. You either love it or you hate it. Most of us Australians hate it. It smells like sweet, rotting fruit mixed with a dead corpse or something. And the smell lingers, it sticks to the walls and it hangs around for days. But it's a bit of an acquired taste. Once you get the hang of it and develop that taste, it's actually quite enjoyable. I'll eat a little bit from time to time, but yeah, when I first encountered it, I hated it. Now I'm getting fonder of it. And this fruit's really expensive. It sells for about $20 a kilo here. So like these fruit can range anywhere between 1.5 to say 4 kilos. So a fruit tree producing say 100 fruit a year at that price is quite profitable. So I'm trying to put in as many of these durian as what I can. Got another bread nut, another chubba chubba. Got this guy down here, can't remember what it is. And that guy down there, I think he's a little lychee. Got another bread nut. Awesome views. Awesome views. What else have we got? Another macadamia. This guy's a little bit bigger. I've had him for a while. So transplanted him not too long ago. He's doing pretty good now. Another chubba chubba down in there. This guy here, can't remember what it is, but he's doing pretty good. Got this guy here, can't remember what that is. He's not doing very good. He's barely alive actually. What have we got? One little leaf. Another place I was burning. That's where my motorbike track goes up there into the forest. Another little fruit tree. Could be a mango, that guy. Got another little creek coming down in here. And got some bananas growing down there. My theme is to, just keep those bananas close to the creeks. This guy here, I'm trying to think what he is. He might be a lychee, that guy. This guy here, I'm pretty sure he's another black sapote. He was getting pretty tall and branching well, so I've just chopped the top out of him to sort of make him go sideways a little bit rather than upwards. Coffee tree, got a few berries in there. What is this guy? Another one. Don't know what he is either. There's a guava. This here is a velvet apple. And another durian. Got some pawpaws coming up. And my bananas going down the creek. This one I wouldn't really call it a creek. It's more of a drain. It dries up in our dry season. So it's only like seasonal water flow. Another little shrub. All these fruit are edible. Apart from the ornamental ones that I've been putting up near the house, I've only been planting edible fruit trees. So really looking forward to how my crops are going to look in a few years time. This is quite a nice area which I'm going to clean up and get under control as I get to spend a little bit more time here. I'll pause it and then we'll go through the old food forest so I can show you what's in there. Okay, this marks the start of the food forest. Most of this is all rainforest regrowth in amongst the old fruit trees, and I will be clearing most of it out. Or should I say replacing it with fruiting trees. But there's some big old fruit trees in here which I'm going to be keeping, and they're going to form the canopy, and then everything else will sort of mix in with it. I'm not exactly sure what all of this is. I sort of discovered it by accident one day cruising around. Yeah, so big old star fruit tree, and some of these will be chopped back too. I've just got to be a little bit, careful about how to do this, because at the moment this is a really nice forest system. The dirt's amazing, years and years of mulch, rotting, decomposing vegetation going into the dirt, so I don't want to lose this and all the grass comes through, so I'm going to be selectively thinning it out and replacing the trees, and then as the trees that I've put in start getting a bit of size, then I'll look at potentially trimming these old fruit trees a little bit in a few years to come, and hopefully maintaining the balance and keeping everything productive. This here is a big old fruit tree. I'm not exactly sure what he is, but he was hanging big fruits off in this year. They look like jackfruit, but I think it's a cousin of it, like Sempagnac, or I know I didn't say that right, Sempagnac. Anyway, in through there you can just see the big old the canopy in there. That's a old Reeves avocado, big round avocado. Coming back through here, got some more fruit trees. So that guy there, I'm sure he's a star fruit. Glorious. Here, I'm sure that guy's a black sapote. Amazing. Next to another star fruit. Another star fruit. One more, one more, one more. They're all in a line. That's what made me realise. I was walking here and I was like, hang on a second, all these big trees are in a line. And I started taking a real good look, and lo and behold, they're star fruit. So this is my little enchanted rainforest. It's spectacular. These vines down here, like, check it out. Like, they're big guys. And they get bigger than that too. I have been thinning out the vines around this particular area because they're choking down the trees. But these vines are prolific in this area. Check them out. Check that out. Huge. Okay, so this is sort of the end of my little food forest area, but it goes into this area here, which is a wetland. There's another little stream that's running down through here, and it's dumping into this flat area. So one day I'm going to utilize this and like dig out the area a little bit, create a couple of little pools, and this is where I'm going to keep my ducks and geese and that sort of stuff, well away from the house, and it should be creating the perfect environment for them. You can just see poking through down there, they're coconuts. There's a whole coconut plantation there. It's on the neighbouring property, but they've actually encroached onto my property for one line of coconuts, so subsequently I've inherited a line of coconuts. Up through here it does get a little bit thick. I have been clearing it out, so it is now accessible, but I don't feel like climbing up there right now. That sort of goes into the upper reaches of my motorbike track, and that was once really inaccessible, but it's not too bad now. I'm just walking back through the forest, back to sort of the camped area, and just thought it would be worth to mention that there's still a fair bit of land through here that's covered in the regrowth vegetation, and I do intend to clear that out, replant it with the fruit trees, and maybe leave a little bit of area in between so that the grass will grow, and I will eventually be putting a little bit of livestock through here, maybe a couple of cattle, a few goats. I'm going to have areas where I can keep my pigs, and it's all going to work in with each other. How was that, Jasper? It's good, hey. So yeah guys, that's it. That's my new block, my new property. A little bit of an update of the work I've done, and a little bit of a talk about what I've got going in. But anyway, this is going to change a lot over the next few years, and I just wanted to be able to display it at the bare bones. Jasper wants Daddy's phone, don't you? Okay, bye. Bye. Shy man.